This PLE should have been called Clash in the Coliseum. You had a layup and you blew it. But let's talk about it. I loved it, but let's break it down. Starting it off with Cody versus Gunther. The match was good for what it was. Like, it was really picking up steam. But then, like, around like a 10-11 minute mark, this happened on screen. It's like, at first I thought it was a botch, but turns out it's actually a storyline they're going with. They're getting a rematch at some point, probably at Night of Champions. But just, if you're going to do a storyline loss for Gunther, this is what you come up with. I don't know. You could have did a DQ or like a count out. I don't know what you could have done. You could have someone come in, run in or something, like Royce Keys or Randy Orton or something. I don't know. But like, you had options and you did this. Again, the match was fine. I don't hate it. I'm going to say it's terrible, but like the ending, I did not like it. I didn't like it. The next match, I don't have too much notes, and that's Jade versus Rhea. It was better than Mania. You know, these two have really, really good chemistry with one another. They cooked. But I do wonder where Jade goes from here. Now, they did release the whole Queen and King of the Ring bracket, and she is in it. So, does she win and get a rematch at SummerSlam? I kind of don't want to see that. But, hey, it is what it is. Who knows what they do after that? I don't know, but good match. Then we had my match of the night. Obo versus Brock 2. That was great. Straight to it, 4 F5s. He kicked out. Oba kicked out. The Camaro lock was locked in. He had his arm like these, and then he just got up. I'm like, oh, this man different. This man is different. Then he put an F5 through the announce table. It was like the 7 or 8 count. He just stood up and walked to the ring. Now, granted, he got packed up immediately after that, but the fact that he did that is nuts. Oba looked strong and lost. He got snuck attack. He got snuck 7 F5s. Yeah, he lost. I know some people are kind of mad about that, and I can understand, but he looked strong even though lost, and I cannot wait for that part 3 because we know we're getting a part 3 probably at SummerSlam. Give it the main event, last man standing. Give it to me. Then with Soul versus Becky, better than whatever they did at last main event, which I didn't hate. I know a lot of people hated that, especially the ending, which I agree. The ending of that kind of sucked, but the match itself was fine, and this one was even better. No shenanigans, right? No nonsense, and she finally hit a Soul Snatcher. The fact that we're kind of celebrating that is kind of crazy, but hey, she hit it. It looked good. Probably getting one more match. Now, granted, she is in the tournament, so who knows how that's gonna happen, but they're probably gonna run it back one more time and then go from there. But if they don't, I'm not complaining either. Okay, she deserves it. Hopefully she has a nice title reign. The women's IC championship has been treated pretty well. Now the women's US championship, that's a whole different story, but the IC title, they were treated that well, so I'm very excited to see where they go with that. And in the main event, we have Roman versus Jacob, the tribal combat match. But before we talk about the match, we gotta talk about what happened leading up to it, right? So a couple days ago, right, it was like reported that Jacob was hurt. Like, he was hurt. He like legit injury. He's probably not gonna be cleared. They're kind of, concerned about it. He was in a street fight with Solo Sikoa at a house show. Now, that on its own, no problem, right? Give the people a show. I get it. But why put your challenger in a street fight a couple days before the match? That's nuts. Could have done a regular one-on-one match, street fight. That is nuts. Now, thankfully, it wasn't anything serious. It wasn't a super serious injury. He's able to have a match, which a great match. We'll get to that in a minute. But still, like, what if it was serious? You would have been screwed. So, you know what I mean? Again, no problem with the Lou House Show matches, but like, you know what I mean? Kind of space it out a little bit better. Probably change up the stipulation a little bit. Because you narrowly avoided a disaster. But let's talk about the match. That security guard got packed up. Spayed him through the barricade. Security got pinned on it. He's like, And bro was in pain. Second time this week, our security guard got clapped. First it was Alexa Bliss on SmackDown. Now it's Roman versus Jacob. They ain't getting paid enough. They were not getting paid enough for this. Jacob got a better spear than Jay. I think he resembled kind of like the little moose spear where he does a little front flip, like the Bobby Lashley type, where you spear you and do a little flip. That's what he did. It looked good. I would not be mad if that's part of his repertoire, in his arsenal. I would not be mad because it looked good. But they did a great job portraying him as a monster. You know what I mean? He lost again, clean, fairly clean. No shenanigans, no Usos, and lost clean. But he still looks strong. That's all we want to see. And I'm loving that Roman's winning clean. No Usos. And I remember the last year of the 1316-day reign, it was just Uso. It was like every match had the same ending. Straight Uso comes in, another one comes in, Solo comes in. it got tiring. I wish he did more of that towards the end. Now, granted, it still ended up in a masterpiece in WrestleMania 40, but like, you know what I mean? I do wish he would have had him win more clean more often, especially in that second half of that title reign. But love that he's doing it now. Hopefully, he continues. I don't want the Usos to get involved now. I don't want Jacob to get involved now. Very intrigued to see how that happens on Raw, because he kind of doesn't want to be there, right? He really doesn't want to be in the bloodline, but he is kind of forced to. And he did say Solo is next. Like, there was on the little walkway. He's like, yeah, he's next. So I'm like, I'm very intrigued. Is that the match at Night of Champions? If it is, I wouldn't be mad at it, but like, why? You know what I mean? I'm more with the bloodline stuff, but like, you know, does Solo have to be next? You know, you can't wait till like, I don't know, October. I guess when you can just wait till October or something, you got to do it now. You know, I don't want this reign just to be the bloodline reign again, and then whoever comes in and just beats him for it. And, you know what I mean? They could be teasing something for Survivor Series, but that's way too far away. That's what, November? We're in March. Technically, June was like 5 months away. So it's like, you're building that up now. So I don't think it's a bloodline versus bloodline thing. It's only 3 of them versus 4. So it's like, yeah, you could get more. I guess you could add more pieces. I know Zilla's indie part, and someone in indie scene, you could get him, I guess. But like, you know what I mean? I don't want this to be a bloodline thing. But I'm fine with it now. Just don't go too overboard with the bloodline stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. But really enjoyable match. Loved it. Probably getting Roman versus Solo or some kind of tag match. Maybe like a 6-man tag, 8-man tag. I don't know, but we'll see. Overall, this PLE was really enjoyable. My match of the night, Over versus Brock, they cooked just as good, if not better than the Mania match. Shout out to them. My least favorite, Cody versus Gunther. Not a bad match. Like I said, it wasn't bad. It's just that ending kind of lowered it for me a little bit. It kind of ruined the match for me a little bit. And the spot of the night, the security guard getting packed up. But those are my thoughts on Clash in Italy. Should have been called Clash at the Coliseum. But that was my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. While you're down there, like, subscribe, hit that noty bell for more wrestling videos. This is Eli signing out. Stay tuned for my King and Queen of the Ring predictions. Have a good one.